Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Milo, and welcome to HumanitZ, a brand new isometric survival game set in the zombie apocalypse. You can pick this up on Steam for $19.99. It has a single player mode, a multiplayer mode, and then a scenario mode, which is currently locked. The game is still in early access, so keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and play single player. I've already created my character. This is Milo, a junior biodiesel researcher. This skill allows him to get 50% more fuel when using fuel cans. The tutorial is very informative. I would suggest that you play through this. I have already completed it, so we're going to go ahead and skip. In here, I turned permadeath on and I changed our starting season from autumn to spring. Everything else I left at the default settings. The reason that I changed our starting season is because winter seems to be very hard and difficult to survive. So I wanted a little extra time so we can get enough food, water, and warm clothing to survive our first winter. We have a tip in the bottom left. Right mouse button will zoom out on most weapons. And we're going to start off at the starter spawn. This location is great for beginners. There will be a car that spawns over here. We'll have to find some items in order to get that up and running. And then throughout these buildings, they'll spawn us some starter gear. We'll go ahead and take a look at our inventory. We start with a hose, a apple, and a letter from a former survivor that we'll go ahead and take a look at. Dear survivor, if you found this letter, then it's been too late for me, but maybe it won't be too late for you. I hope by writing this letter, the next survivor who finds this will have a better chance than I did. It's been a while since the outbreak. The human numbers are getting less, and the infected seem to grow stronger every day. What humans are left are either after something from you or will kill you for your gear. Supplies are dwindling as the remaining survivors scavenge the island. I bumped into a few traders during my travels. They always seemed willing to strike a deal. I used to try radio communication to contact them, but there wasn't always someone on the other end. With what fuel was left and parts taken from other vehicles, I managed to get the odd car up and running, which helped get around this big old place. Every so often, I would hear aircraft fly over. I think maybe dropping supplies off in hope to help whoever remains here. They seem to have stopped since the radio tower stopped working. I've marked a green location on the map for you, but you'll need some parts for it. One item I couldn't get was the radio receiver from the music store in the city. When the outbreak first happened, the military was brought in, and I managed to find some remaining gear and weapons at outposts and camps, which helped protect me from the infected. From meeting the odd survivor while moving from place to place, I was told of hordes gathering in large numbers and sweeping through towns and cities. They described some to be larger and stronger than the average human, like maybe the infected are mutating and getting stronger than what I was used to in the early stages of my stay here when they were slower and easier to kill. I heard of some survivors fortifying or building bases and farms to try to survive off the land. Also, keep an eye out for some survivor vehicles. These seem to be people that already knew it was coming and prepared their car with good supplies. Looks like they didn't make it either. You might have to force your way into these ones. Remember to stockpile for winter, as growing crops and fishing is almost impossible, and make sure you have the correct clothing. It can get real cold out here. There's rumors of radiation toxic zones on the island. Now keep an eye out for a gas mask when on your travels. Well, survivor, I wish you all the best of luck. Stay safe out there, Bob Hardy. Well, thanks for leaving us that letter, Bob. It's very informative. We can go ahead and take a look at the map. We're in the southwest or southeastern corner rather, and the radio tower is all the way up here. So we're definitely going to be hanging out for a while, building up some supplies, getting our car up and running before we head out into the full map here. The map is rather large, so it's going to take us some time to get around. And here we have some old cereal. I'm going to go ahead and put that letter in there because we don't need that again. And it looks like we have a backpack on the bed. Green school bag. It's going to give us 10 more slots. It's okay. Not great. Take that rope and a small wrench. Go ahead and pick up that stone. Over here, there's always going to be arrows, a bow, and this improvised backpack that's has 5 less slots than the school one we picked up. And everything that's going to be in these crates are going to be different. We got a box of matches and a box of nails. Right off the bat, we got those nails. We're going to need those to build a workbench so we can create more nails. And we're going to need them to build storage containers, base defenses, and all that stuff. in a box of nails. Every box of nails is different. This one we got 94. That is a lot. The lowest I got, I think, was 7. And the same thing with box of matches. We got 21 out of that box. Looks like we have some more matches and some more nails. Ruined clothes we can turn into rags. Cigarettes we can sell to a trader. I have no idea where a trader is. In that box of nails we got 32, and I didn't see how many was in those matches. In here we always have some matches on the floor right next to the barrel. We always have a tarp over here. We're going to use that to make a rain collector. There's always another improvised backpack, and then the improvised hammer used for building, and the axe used for cutting. This nail wood weapon is always here as well. Again, all of the stuff inside these boxes are different. We can put items into these boxes, which we will do for now. If you log out and log back in, the loot will respawn and it will delete everything that's inside of your boxes. So we definitely want to get some storage containers set up as quickly as possible. And you can see this has 2 different inventory slots. One is the locker itself where regular items go, and then the weapon slots as well where larger items go. That axe, we're going to take that. We're going to put that nail board back for now. Use that axe to get us some wood. We'll get our storage up and running rather quickly. We'll throw all this other stuff in here. Middle mouse button to switch items between your backpack and your pockets, but not all items will fit in your pockets. In here, there's always some food and drink. In here, this is always random, but there's more matches. We don't need those right now. Right over here is where our vehicle spawns. It's a different vehicle all the time. This never spawns loot, so I don't know if you keep stuff in here. I think it'll be safe because no loot spawns there ever, but I haven't tried it. And it looks like we have a fan belt, but we need a fuel pump, a battery, and a starter. We have almost no fuel, and our condition is pretty poor. There is a fuel can sitting in the corner of the garage. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. In the house here, we open the fridge, we have a can of peace. A lot of the times there's food and drink sitting on these shelves here. We didn't get so lucky in this game. Chocolate bar. A gun repair kit though, that's a good find. You don't see too many of those. Energy drink on the floor here. This fireplace we can use to cook in. And another gray school backpack that's the same size, so we'll just leave that there. T-shirts are good. We can take t-shirts and turn those into rags. I don't believe we can turn any other clothing into rags other than the ruined clothes. But like a hoodie or a pair of pants, I don't think we can tear those up. There's some 357 rounds. Some dirty water in the toilet. 2 ways you can purify dirty water. You can get tablets. It costs 2 tablets per bottle, I believe. Or we can just cook it in the barrel in this garage here and purify it that way. And yeah, see there is a fuel can laying on the floor there. So what we're going to do first is we've got to get some metal and some wood together to make our storage containers and workbench. Again, I'm just throwing this stuff in for now. And then we'll get it all nice and organized once our storage is up and running. So, we got our axe. We want to go take a look for a tree. And just start hacking away like every other survival game. Trees are going to drop a piece of wood, a few sticks, and logs. The logs we don't need right now, so we can chop those down into more wood. Get that stone while we're at it. Oh. Gotta get the sweet spot just right, so we'll start swinging in the chop motion. Alright, so we got 15 so far. Let's go ahead and chop down one more tree, maybe two if we can fit it in our inventory. Sure, I'm hitting him, and I think it's because that piece of wood is in the way. There we go. Alright, so we have 27 pieces. We'll go ahead and chop down one more. See, that initial piece of wood is in the way. You gotta pick that up first, I guess. Okay. Now we're gonna need some scrap metal. So we can take this axe and break down this vehicle. These ones with the doors open are unlootable, and you can break them down into full metal sheets and scrap metal. The metal sheets we can break down into scrap metal, and then the scrap metal we can make more nails with, but we need the workbench to do that. Should just be a couple more swings. There we go. And we're going to take that scrap metal. And then we're going to pick up this improvised hammer. You need a hammer to build. You got to pull it out in your hand, and press B to open the build menu. And we're going to build this workbench here. So mouse wheel scrolls to rotate, and then holding control will rotate quicker. And we're going to put this right up against the wall as close as we can, as close as we can to this container. Alright, once we get the blueprint, you press F to add the materials, and then you build your workbench. Let's pick up this fuel can, and we're going to go ahead and get a storage container as well. And then again, press F. And now we are almost out of scrap metal. We got one left, so we're going to pick up these metal sheets here. Well, there's a fan belt we got for breaking down that car, too. You don't usually get car parts, but it does happen. So inside of our workbench, we can take our sheet metal, we can break that down into scrap metal. We get 2 per. Some of this stuff away, so we pick most of it up. And then we can take these scraps and turn them into nails, but we still have quite a bit of nails, so we don't need to do that just yet. So I'm going to get a couple more crates set up, get everything nice and organized that we've seen so far, and then I will be right back with you. Welcome back, everybody. I got some more storage boxes set up and did a little bit of organizing. So I have building materials in here, crafting materials and other odds and ends in there. Over here we have our little bit of food. Well, we don't have any food. We have a liter of cola, some matches, and some bait, it looks like. And then over here we have some extra rags and some bullets. Over here I put down a weapons crate. So we do have our axe, our wood bow, and our machete. I'm going to be heading out here. We're going to see what we can find. All I'm taking with me is a stack of rags. I'm actually going to put those arrows away because all we're bringing is that nail wood weapon. I want to keep as much inventory open as possible because it fills up quick. It fills up real fast. The backpacks that we have is not very big, so we're not going to get very far before we have to run back. So hopefully we don't run into too much trouble. And we'll grab that stuff on the way back. So we're going to be heading to the east first, see what we can find over here, see if we can get some good weapons and stuff. Another box of nails, liter of cola, and a knife. We'll need that for skinning animals. Bottle of water, old cereal, and crossbow bolts. We don't have a crossbow, but we'll take them. Lockpick, that's a good find, and I always spend my first skill point on unlocking lockpicker, which gives us the ability to unlock, or to pick locks rather. And then I'll take this sprinter, which reduces the amount of stamina we use sprinting. Another lockpick, that's nice. Can of tuna, fuel can, and some oil. You can't loot these trucks, but quite often stuff does spawn in the back of them. The sledgehammer's a nice find. And another fan belt. I think we have 3 of those now. Okay, our first zombie. A little bit of lag there. Sometimes they drop loot. Another liter of cola. And this here is one of the survivor vehicles. We're going to pick that lock in a second. Lockpicking is quite the same as in Skyrim, if you guys have ever played. You're going to use A and D to move your pick, and then the left mouse button to rotate the lock. You just got to find the sweet spot. And there we go. Wow, there's a lot in here. There's an UMP-45, an AK-47, a Desert Eagle, another Desert Eagle. Wow. 2 gas masks, water bottles, batteries, 5.56, 357, 12 gauge. See what I mean by we fill up real quick? We can't even carry this stuff back. So, let me run back. We'll come back and I will be right with you. Okay, welcome back. I made 2 trips back to base and emptied out the SUV. So all of that is back at our base now, nice and organized. It is getting pretty dark out. You can press T to turn on your flashlight, and we are getting cold, so hopefully we can find a hoodie or a jacket or something rather quickly to keep us comfortable. There are a few buildings up here to the left, so I guess we'll head there next. See if there's any more vehicles to leave along the way. Some 12 gauge and a liter of cola. Spray school backpack, same thing we have. Some more crossbow bolts. A baseball bat is nice, and a crowbar is also nice. Oh, I forgot to drop those weapons in, so our inventory's full. We're gonna have to leave the crowbar. Some more matches, barbed wire, fishing rod, old cereal. Let's take a look at this bat for a moment. It's almost broken. Durability's not great. We can go into crafting now and make a barbed bat. which is not only going to make a better weapon, but it's going to fix full durability, which is nice. We'll stick with this nail wood weapon until it breaks. And I think I saw we got another level up, so let's go ahead and take a look. We have 1 survivor point. And Eagle Eye, you can keep track of your friends' whereabouts. We don't have any friends in here, so we're just going to go ahead and save that point. Oh, a dog. Couldn't even see that thing. Well, that was almost a quick end of the series, but we survived. Getting this house and bandage up. You hear my guy breathing like that, that's because I did put a gas mask on. There are some radiated zombies walking about, so that gas mask should help us out a bit. Let's just go ahead and bandage up real fast. And I think one more should bring us back up. Okay, we are good to go. Our inventory's full again already. We can eat and drink some of that stuff now. I'm going to drop this jar. I'm sure we can use that for something, but I just don't want to take up inventory space right now. Repair kit, that's for the vehicle, gear, arrows. Let's get rid of that jar. Take those arrows, crossbow. Let's go ahead and get rid of that nail weapon. We'll take the crossbow back with us. Metal pipe can stay. Gunpowder we don't really need. Duct tape and the rope. I'm not really sure what this hand icon means. I think that's an explosive barrel, but it doesn't seem that holding it allows us to pick it up. Maybe because I have something in my hands, since we're carrying 3 weapons right now. Another machete. Potato seeds. Wouldn't mind using them. Let's go ahead and use this battery. Our battery for our flashlight is down here in the bottom left. So using this battery should, charge it up a little bit. Just go ahead and use up our battery. We'll leave the painkiller there and we'll take the rounds. Just go ahead and eat those. Nope, just remove those. We got a bunch of matches back at the base and more matches on us. Starting to get pretty cold. I'm going to go ahead there and call it an episode. I'm going to get us back to base, drop off all this loot. I really appreciate you guys spending the time with me. If you could, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.